Hello everyone, it's good to see you all. I can't really see you, but in my mind's eye, I'm visualizing all your lovely faces. Okay, today we're going to learn how we take scientific notation to be able to add two terms together. In our first example, we have 3.4 times 10 to the second power plus 5.2 times 10 to the second power. Well, they are both using base 10, good, raised to the second power. So there's nothing we have to do to this problem. We can just simply add these two numbers. And we've got 2 plus 4 is 6. Put our decimal point in. 5 plus 3 is 8 times 10 to the second power. So no problem there whatsoever. The problem comes in when we have something like this next problem. 9.5 times 10 to the 7th power. So it's a base 10 raised to the 7th power. And this one is 1.1 times 10, but it is raised to the 6th power. You cannot add two different terms that are raised to different powers because if you think about it, their decimal points aren't going to line up properly. So here's the trick to how we remember what it is we're going to do to move these around. Okay, it's called LARS. L-A-R-S. LARS. Left, you are going to add 1, or however many spaces you're moving to the left, to the exponent. So if I'm moving the decimal point to the left, I will add that many spaces to the exponent. RS, if I am moving my decimal point to the right, I will subtract however many spaces I'm moving from the exponent. So let's take a look and see what we would do here. So I'll leave my first term the same. 9.5 times 10 to the 7th power plus, now I need this to be to the 7th power. So since I need it to go up 1, I'm going to move my decimal point to the left 1. So I will add 0.11 times 10. I moved it to the left 1, so I add 1 to the exponent, the 7th power. Now I've got this number times 10 to the 7th power, base 10 to the 7th. This number times base 10 to the 7th power. We're good to go. Now we can add them up. If you punch them in the calculator, that's fine. If you prefer to line them up, one on top of the other, 9.5 plus, and you will get, I'm afraid if I drop too low you won't see it, so I'm just going to write it over here. 9.61 times 10 to the 7th power. I'm afraid you won't see it if I write down here. That would be your final answer. All right, let's try a couple more. Let's see what we've got here. All right. I have 5.02 times 10 to the 12th power. I hope you can see this. If you can't, write down what I'm saying in your notes and follow along. And by the way, you should always be taking notes when I'm talking, because the beauty of this is if I go too fast, you can simply pause or rewind me, unlike in class. I bet you wished you could do that in class. Okay, now this one, base 10, but it is to the 11th power. So let's just move this here so I can look at my example here. I'll leave the first one as is, 5.02 times 10 to the 12th power minus, and I need this to go up 1 or increase by 1, so I'm going to move my decimal point to the left. And so it will be minus 0.93 times 10. I move my decimal point to the left, so I get to add 1. My exponents. Now I've got base 10 to the 12th power, base 10 to the 12th power, and now I can subtract my numbers. All right? You guys punch this in your calculator. You know how to do this. And all of this times 10 to the 12th power. All right? Very good. Let me flip this around. And we'll try one more. We've got 8.77 times 10 to the 4th power minus 2.6 times 10 to the 3rd power. Let's just switch it up. Let's keep this one to the 3rd power, and let's move this one to the 3rd power. Just to show you can do it either way. It doesn't really matter. So now I need my exponent to go down 1. So I'm going to be moving my decimal point to the right this time, because I'm going to take 1 away from my exponent. I'm going to turn this into a 3. So I need to subtract 1, so I'm moving my decimal point to the right this time. So this time I'm moving my decimal point over to the right. And I get 87.7 times 10 to the 3rd minus, and this one I'm leaving the same because it's to the 3rd. Okay. Again, it doesn't really matter which way you go. Okay. It's not a problem. And now I've got to the 3rd to the 3rd. On the homework, I may tell you which way to move your exponent or which power we're going to, so that when you do your Google Forms, we're all coming up with the same answer. All right? So I have 87.7 minus 2.6. That gives me 85.1 times 10 to the 3rd power. All righty. I hope you got this, because next comes up multiplying and dividing. And that's probably all we'll do with scientific notation this week. If you keep doing a good job and getting your homework done, we can skip the homework on Friday. So let's keep going for it. Thanks, guys. Bye.